Asking a woman out is pretty stressful, so it's understandable why so many men would want to have some sort of system or script or sure way to increase the odds of her saying yes. We want to know what to say it, how to stand, how to dress. We want to know all these predetermined aspects to recite like a script or to go through like a system in order to increase our odds of landing a date. I think one of the biggest reasons why we want to have a script in order to ask a woman out is because it's incredibly scary to ask a girl out. And inevitably, it's incredibly painful to have that rejection. Because when you go and ask a girl out, you're effectively saying, do you think I'm worth something? And most of the time, they'll say no. And that hurts. It hurts to hear people say, nah, I don't even want to know you. So it can be a lot more comfortable for you to go and address a woman and ask her out if you have a formula of what to say it, how to behave, and what to do if she says no. When we are uncomfortable, it's much easier to run through a script. But the problem is when you're trying to meet someone and make a connection, and you are reciting a script or going through some sort of predetermined system, you're going to come across as fake. You're trying to perform rather than be present, and people can pick up on that. I mean, I'm sure plenty of times in your life you've encountered people who have felt fake, like they were just trying to tell you what they thought you wanted to hear in order to get something out of you. If you're running through a script, at best, you're going to come across as robotic or unrelatable, and at worst, you're going to come across as manipulative. And when you're thinking in terms of a script or a system, then that will guarantee that any good woman out there, a genuine woman, will think that you're just trying to play her. And she will definitely not want to go on a date with you. She'll just think, oh great, another guy who just wants to have sex with me. And the bottom line is, you can't make a system for connection. A lot of what I see about how men think about dating or asking a woman out is they think of it in terms of this system of like, oh, you gotta say this or do this or never do that or treat her in this way or treat her in that way. It's never in terms of like an actual real human being sitting in front of you. And when you start thinking in terms of this whole systemized way of dating, it's just going to make her feel distant. It's going to make her feel like you're not really present. You're not really treating her as an individual person. And she will pick up on that, whether she realizes it or not. You know, whether she's actually aware of, oh, he's thinking of me in terms of a system or whatever. It'll just come across as distant, inauthentic. Your goal should be to connect, and you cannot connect without vulnerability and emotional exposure. And that's ultimately what these systems or these scripts are doing, is it's just something for you to hide behind. Because like I said earlier, it is very scary to ask someone out, and it is painful to be rejected, and that's all understandable. But in order to protect yourself from that fear and pain, hiding behind a script and hiding behind a system to increase your odds for getting a date is actually going to decrease your odds of actually landing a genuine good woman and a date worth having. Now, what you need to do in order to genuinely connect is be vulnerable. What you need to be is vulnerable. You need to open up to show who you really are in order for someone to actually connect with you. When you open up and you share things about yourself, about how you're feeling about life, about what you're going through, your deep thoughts and personal feelings, it makes other people want to do the same. There's something in psychology called reciprocal self-disclosure, where if you open up about yourself or about something you're feeling or going through, then that encourages the other person to reciprocate that. And that's what connection looks like. You're both opening up about your thoughts and your feelings, and that's how you form a bond. And that moment can't happen when you use a script or have some sort of predetermined system. What will make you electric for people to connect with, it will draw people in, is being vulnerable. That's what makes someone draw people in. People love it when someone is being authentic and being open and just sharing their thoughts and their feelings. The world is filled to the brim with phony people, fake products, fake stuff. And if you can nail being confidently vulnerable and open and just being, natural in being open, that will really draw people in. Women will definitely appreciate that. You'll come across as trustworthy, as calming to be around, as grounded. Everybody hates a fake person, and when you try to use some sort of predetermined system or script, that's just going to turn people off. Something else I want to talk about is the scarcity mindset. It's the idea that there's a resource that's scarce and you just need to get your hands on whatever you can find. Now, when you have this mindset in dating, it'll make you not concerned with the actual real human in front of you, the woman in front of you, and it'll make you more concerned with just making sure that there's a woman filling the spot of girlfriend or wife. That defeats the whole point of getting into a relationship. You're going to be more focused on how do I get a woman rather than how do I get the woman that I actually connect with and like being around. I know so many guys who have gotten themselves into relationships not because they're happy, just to be in a relationship. And they talk about how unhappy they are in their relationship and how they need to work on this and how she needs to work on that. And I ask them, why don't you just get another relationship? And the idea of leaving this woman that they're not happy with at all is almost unthinkable, because all they want is to just be with someone. And that is one of the worst mindsets that you can have, because your goal should be to genuinely connect with someone you're actually going to be happy with. It's a million times better to be alone than to be with someone you're not actually happy with. Now, I know the dating world is an absolute nightmare right now, and it can be very tempting to hold on to the first woman who will actually go on a date with you. But you still need to make sure that you're checking in with yourself and asking yourself, do I actually like her? Or am I just happy to be in a relationship with someone? Well, I hope you got something out of this video. Like the video if you liked it, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.